Welcome everybody, this is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. I'm Skratch. In today's video, we're gonna talk about the 10x that's going to happen this weekend, and on top of it, we're gonna have a guaranteed Void Legendary event as well. Seems like Perium tried to tease us around a bit, and they've actually put Morse code in the actual coding of the game. So that's how we kind of like found out initially what was the champion. So we're gonna have a Void Guaranteed Legendary event this weekend, the 10x. Let's go over the champions that we're gonna have. So as the guaranteed Void Legendary event, guys, is gonna be from 110 Void Shards. And the champion that we're gonna have is no one else but Chagur. Now he is the empowerment for Amantu as well. All around is a pretty strong champion for the Sand Devils Necropolis, but I feel like once you have different champions like Godseeker on Iri, you have a Drang, or you might have a Ninja on your account, or a Crohnam, champions that can help you to do the dungeon, or you have slightly better teams. I feel like even though he is pretty powerful for a dead boss because of the sleep, I feel like he doesn't really have a impactful role in the game anymore. I'm not saying that he might not have something even more powerful coming with new content or anything like that, but as it stands right now, the best thing you can do with Chagur is to empower your Amantu. Now, all around, he's a pretty fun champion. Like, we're gonna go over his kit in just a second. Is 110 Void Shards for this champion, guys. I know we had 120 for Eilil, right? Now, If you ask me, Eilil was not really worth the amount of shards. I went and I pulled for that champion because, hey, he might do something in Arena, even though it doesn't seem like anything will change anytime soon. But when we are talking about Chagur, again, I really feel like he's not one of those OP champions that's worth it to drop so many shards during a guaranteed event, considering that the 10x that we have is not crazy amazing. It's decent, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I know Chagur is great for wave control in the Doom Tower. So with the A1, attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance of placing a sleep debuff for one turn. With the A2, he lands poisons on all enemies and defense down, and that's attacks all enemies 2 times. Is a pretty interesting skill. It's not a bad skill at all, actually, because it goes down to a 3-turn cooldown. On the A3, attacks one enemy, then attacks 1 time at random. If the target is under a poison debuff, will ignore shield, block damage, and unkillable. Grants an extra turn if this kills an enemy, and resets the cooldown of the Venom Storm, which is the A2. Now, I haven't personally tried the champion with the craziest gear that I have, but judging by his multipliers, he doesn't hit that crazy hard to justify necessarily, okay, he's gonna one-shot everybody in the game, you know? Then the passive is what makes the champion interesting. Instantly attacks enemies with a default skill whenever they receive damage from poison debuffs placed by this champion. When hitting enemies under poison debuffs, heals this champion by 10% of the damage inflicted. So this is actually very interesting because whenever they take damage from poisons, he instantly uses the A1 on the enemies. That has a very high chance to put them to sleep and give you a very powerful crowd control. But how I mentioned, I feel like, yes, he's great to do that job, but I feel like he's so replaceable. Like, it's so easy to replace the champion in most of the content in the game. That's why I personally think that he's not worth the amount of shards, you know? And I'm definitely not gonna break my mercy to go and get this champion. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you tempted by Chagur or you're not? His base stats are decent, and he has an attack aura for all battles. He looks very, very, very nice as a design though, like sick actually. Love the design on the champion. And probably if I already have a Chagur, I'm not using him anywhere at all actually at the moment. If I would have another one, I would most definitely empower my Ramanto with him. Now moving over to the 10x champions, guys, because I feel like that's kind of like another thing that people want to know. And yeah, guys, my audio might sound a bit different. I'm currently on the laptop. Apologies, I meant to mention this at the beginning of the video. I'm currently renovating my flat and it's just a mess everywhere. My PC is all covered up in plastic to don't get dust in it, and that's why I haven't uploaded for the last few days. So it's all good with me. If any of you guys wondered, hopefully you are doing well as well. And talking about the 10x champions, we're gonna start with the Void Legendary, and is no one else but Ursaga Warcaller. So how I mentioned, she's the only Void Legendary that is on the 10x together with a guaranteed Shakur. If this was a Taras or if this was a Yumeko, I would most probably go for the event, but I already have Ursaga. I'm not really using her much either anymore in Arena. She's still very powerful as a champion. So if you don't have one, you might want to try your luck. We're not going to go over the skills, guys, because I'm pretty sure you're familiar with it. Now, the next champion that is on the 10x, I really want to get him. I tried last time. I didn't got him. Most probably, I'm not going to attempt to pull shards during this 10x because we have the upcoming fusion. So if you haven't seen the video for the fusion just yet, I just released it together with this 10x, guys. Make sure to check it out. But the fusion is gonna start only after, and most probably you might want to hold your resources for that if you are tempted by the fusion. Mishinaki is the next 10x champion. Such a powerful champion for Hydra. Clan boss all around, a lot of damage from this bad boy. The passive is what makes him very, very powerful, similar with Ronda in a way or another, but you need to have a Hex and he gets to counter attack, basically join the attack. And you have the defense down, decrease attack, you have Hex, removes all buffs, the A1 has an HP burn, very good base stats. This is definitely a monster of a champion. Love Mishinaki. The next 10x that we have on is no one else but Ragash. I actually missed the guaranteed for this champion because I didn't have the shards. But Ragash, another powerful champion. Stun, you're getting the stun with the A2. Defense down, he has the strength and increased speed, the veil. He's a very, very powerful defense nuker as well. One of the best defense nukers in the game. Then the next 10x champion that we have as a legendary, guys, and this will be the last one, is no one else but Hundig. I actually like the champion quite a lot, and he's so powerful for the Dark Fae. This was a past fusion, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of people used to hate on the champion when he was announced as a fusion, calling him weak, but he's actually very, very solid. You have turn meter control, you have defense down, you have weaken, you have HP burn, tons of damage, extra turns if he kills with the A1, you have decreased accuracy. Man, he's such a beast of a champion. Even now, I'm just wondering, like, why did people hate it on this champion? Moving over to epics, guys, is gonna be no one else but Madame Series. And yes, she's still very, very powerful as a champion. Strip buffs, defense down, attack down, a bit of shield on herself, fear, has a chance to steal buffs, then put block debuffs on your team. We kind of like all know what Madame Series can do, and she is the only Void epic in the 10x. Moving over to the next champion, Stag Knight. He was part of the very first and last battle pass that we had in the game. Very powerful as a champion. What is he? What is he hiding? Decrease speed on the A1, defense down, attack down, increase accuracy with the passive. Very, very solid epic champion. You can definitely use him in many, many places in the game. Then we have Deacon Armstrong, and we have another champion that I gotta check from which faction it is because I can't recall it by the name. Deacon Armstrong, very powerful. You have turn meter manipulation, extra turn, allowing you to do quite a few interesting clan boss teams. Great for arena because he has a speeder or in all battles. He has defense down, leech on the A1. Deacon again is one of the best non-void epics in the entire game. And for the last epic, is actually not a very new champion, but is a deity right here, Mistrider deity. Decent epic champion for this faction is mainly the defense down champion. So if you're looking for anything like that, you're gonna be able to get it from Mistrider deity once the new faction opens, guys. But that's pretty much everything for this 10x event and the guaranteed legendary. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Appreciate all of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all soon in the next video. Peace.